Hi folks, I'm at the front of steel again because great access. So last time I showed you how to deal with the serpentine belt. Another one that is hard to film normally and something that I've got to do but on Purdy, not steel, is change the alternator. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to not only share with you guys how you change the alternator, but just get my eye in and my tool size is correct myself. The recent recovery of our channel from a hijacking has really taught me the value of the fantastic XK8 related YouTube community that we have. So I'll be making extra efforts to promote and share the videos of friends in that world wherever they're useful. So I've put a link in the description below to this episode of Auto Garage Life, in which Dave, despite it being incredibly hard to do, does film an actual removal of an alternator from an XK8. I think in combination with viewing this video, you'll have all the information you need. Now obviously we've got to slacken off and remove the drive belt, but if you want to know how to do that, go back to the previous video. Unlike a lot of cars, you don't have a tensioner on your alternator because the drive belt itself is tensioned using the tensioner over here. So this is in a fixed position. There are two main fixings holding this in. One, access from the front here. If I put a, what we're using, a 13mm up here behind the anti-roll bar. There we go. And undo that. That is through the casting. That will unscrew and pull all the way out. There's another bolt and we can see the wrong end of it here. There you go. And that needs accessing from that side. So that is very much from under the bonnet. You can get at that quite easily just reaching down underneath the right hand cylinder head. And again, it's threaded into this aluminium block. So no nut on this end. So you need to undo those. You also need to remove the two electrical connections that are on the back. One is just an electrical plug, which you pinch and pull out. And the other one is a bolted on terminal. Be sure you disconnect your battery before doing any of this work on your alternator, because you will catch an earth and you will fry yourself, fry the car, fry the alternator. So always disconnect the battery, folks. In terms of removal, remember that we've normally got a radiator and fan packs and all sorts here. So coming out forward is not an option. When it's unbolted, it needs to move slightly to the left in order to free itself of this big aluminium yoke. And it can be withdrawn with the airbox off through the top. You probably need to bend a few pipes out of the way, a bit of heat shielding, etc. So you can get it out the top. You can get it out through the bottom, but I've got to say the easiest way to take it out the bottom is with the oil filter off. So that means it's not the preferred method. You can leave the oil filter on and come out the bottom, but you go between the oil filter and the anti-roll bar. But you'd need to remove this cross brace, which is not a big deal, but you do have to slacken two very large bolts. And you know, you're starting to build the effort. So up through the top, flexing a few things out of the way. It is a right faff to get it out, but it does fit. Big as our cars are, the alternators are actually quite compact, so you will get it out. Alternators are widely available. If you want to get original equipment, original branding, then you're looking at really, really daft money. And there is not much point because it's a generic alternator. It doesn't do anything special. It's not even a special shape. But if you go to the likes of SNG Barrett and you want original equipment, you're going to spend £900 if you can get one. You can buy Bosch, you can buy Denso, you can buy all the big brands, and the originals on these were Densos, I believe, for about £200–250. And then as soon as you go into generic part territory, you're talking about £150, something like that. I'll actually be getting a good used item from Auto Reserve Jaguar when I do the work that I've got to do on Purdy. It's just my own preference, a supplier that I trust. I know that the alternator was fine when it came off. It's going to go in very easily because that's the car it's come off. And there you would be looking at between £60 and £80 delivered. There are cheaper units on the market. Buyer beware. They're pattern parts and they'll probably fit. Make sure that it is a highly rated alternator. So I believe these are 90 or 100 amp alternators, and our cars, as we know, super sensitive to correct charge, correct batteries, good condition, etc. Put in some Mickey Mouse alternator, you're asking for trouble. There is another option, and that's to repair your alternator. Generally what goes is the rectifier or the regulator. Brushes don't seem to wear out on our alternators, which is remarkable, but I've never heard of anybody needing to change an alternator because of the brushes. You can get brushes, regulators and rectifiers. If you decide to go down the route of rebuilding your alternator, then you can't do better than to go over to the YouTube channel Modurol, Welsh for automotive, and Damien does a brilliant video that includes even the part numbers for the components that you would need. You'll find a link to that video in the description below. With a bit of simple disassembly work, you can fit new parts. But if you're buying, again, reputable parts, you're going to be up around the £60 to £80 quite quickly, which is similar to a good used unit. So that's the option I'm taking. If you're interested in any of the gadgets, gizmos and tools that I use in my videos, then very often I'll put a link to relevant items in the description below the video, but you can also go to amazon.co.uk/shop/to-the-garage, and that will give you the To The Garage storefront. These are not things I'm selling, it's just a link to all of the Amazon based items that I've bought over the years which are relevant to the channel. Nice little feature. Thank you very much, Amazon. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos.